Right now, in dusty drawers, old mason jars, and forgotten coin rolls across America, there might be something hiding that could change your life forever. It's small. It's metallic. It looks ordinary. But the truth? It is worth more than a luxury car, more than gold. It is a piece of American history that time tried to forget. These are not just coins, they are treasures forged from the past, carrying stories of art mystery and pure luck. And tonight we uncover them. I'm talking about the legendary Buffalo nickels, the rarest, most valuable ones, still shocking collectors and investors across the United States today. Each coin I'm about to show you hides a story, a secret few even know. By the end of this video, you will see how one single nickel, yes, a simple 5-cent piece, could be your key to an incredible fortune. So do not blink. Don't scroll. Because what you're about to discover will make you question every old coin you have ever held in your hand. Welcome to Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, where forgotten coins become living legends. Now let's dive into our first ultra-rare treasure, a coin so astonishing collectors whisper its name with awe. Coin number 1. Here it is, the 1936 with D Buffalo nickel. At first glance, it looks simple, a rugged American bison, standing proud beneath the word 5 cents. But this coin, this one hides a deeper story. Born in Denver in 1936, this nickel represents the final full-throttle years of the Buffalo design. A coin that captured the true spirit of the American frontier. Imagine it. The Great Depression had not yet released its grip on the country. Factories struggled, families fought to survive, and yet the Denver Mint pressed forward, striking these masterpieces in nickel and copper, shining symbols of American endurance. The design, crafted by James Earl Fraser, wasn't just art, it was a symbol of national pride. On one side, the proud Native American chief, his face weathered by time and history, his gaze locked toward the future. On the other, the majestic buffalo, rugged, grounded, untamed. This wasn't just a coin, it was the soul of America stamped in metal. But among those 1,936 nickels, a handful bore the tiny D mint mark from Denver. And these are no ordinary pieces. While millions rolled off the presses, only a rare few survived in their natural glory. Over time, oxidation, circulation, and wear claimed nearly all of them. Yet some just a few escaped into history with their sharp details and gray-spotted patina, a haunting beauty that collectors crave. Now picture this, a coin struck nearly 90 years ago, surviving wars, recessions, and generations, still holding its original shine and story. That's what makes the 1936 with D Buffalo nickel a collector's obsession. Its composition is 75% copper and 25% nickel, but don't let that fool you. Its real value is not in metal, it's in rarity, preservation, and sheer historical soul. Because when you hold one of these in fine condition with that distinctive Denver mint mark glowing faintly beneath the bison, you're not just holding money. You're holding a miracle of survival. And when one appears on the market, whether in a private auction, an estate sale, or a collector's showcase, the excitement is electric. Why? Because every surviving piece tells a unique story. No two are ever the same. The soft gray toning, the faint spots, the preserved luster, all speak of time's passage and destiny's hand. A 1936 with D Buffalo nickel in beautiful fine condition with that natural age tone and near-perfect details has recently stunned the numismatic world. Its current market value stands at an astonishing $116,500. Yes, you heard that right. A simple nickel, once worth only 5 cents, now stands as a 6-figure treasure. This is what collectors and experts confirm, a price that keeps climbing year after year. The market for rare Buffalo nickels is hotter than ever, and this 1936 with D is leading the charge. Don't take this as fiction. Take it as proof that history pays. And patience rewards those who look closely at the past. The truth is the value of this coin is skyrocketing. It's not just a collectible anymore, it's an artifact of legacy power and wealth. The kind of treasure that can turn an ordinary collector into someone holding a small fortune in their hand. And mark my words, this is only the beginning. Experts predict this coin's price will continue to soar as high-grade specimens vanish into private collections. The 1936 with D Buffalo nickel is not just valuable, it's a living legend. So if you ever come across one in your old collection, your grandparents' keepsake box, or even a coin jar forgotten in a drawer, take a moment before you spend it. That small gray coin could be your key to a treasure chest. My advice to collectors? Always check for the D mint mark, look for natural toning, Preserve detail on the Native American's hair and the bison's fur, and never overlook a coin that looks just a little older than the rest. Because that's how the magic hides in plain sight. And remember, here at Rare US Coin Secrets, we bring you fresh updates every single day. New discoveries, new treasures, and new legends rising from America's past. So stay tuned, because the next coin on our list is even more breathtaking, rarer, and more shocking than this one. You think $116,500 is unbelievable? Wait until you see what is coming next. Coin number 2. Now, if you thought the last coin was a once-in-a-lifetime find, hold your breath. Because what I'm about to show you next is one of the most hauntingly beautiful, mysteriously rare pieces in the world of Buffalo nickels. This is not just a coin, this is an artifact. The 1925 Buffalo nickel, struck without any mint mark, and carrying a story that collectors whisper about with awe and envy. Let's rewind nearly a century. The year was 1925. America was roaring through its golden decade. Jazz music filled the air, flapper dresses turned heads, and optimism was reborn after the Great War. In that same heartbeat of American rebirth, at the Philadelphia Mint, a humble batch of Buffalo nickels rolled off the presses. No mint mark, no extra symbol of origin. Just the pure, untouched signature of the nation itself. But here's where it gets fascinating. Most of these 1925 nickels didn't survive long enough to tell their story. They circulated hard through factory wages, cafe tills, and pocket change on dusty highways. Years of wear erased their faces, their details, their pride. And as new designs came, the old nickels vanished into drawers, collections, and forgotten coffee cans. Yet just a few remained untouched, kissed by time but never destroyed. Those survivors became the legends of the numismatic world. This particular 1925 Buffalo nickel without a mint mark stands among those few survivors. Its soft brown layer, a warm, natural toning from decades of aging, isn't a flaw. It's the coin's fingerprint, its silent proof of authenticity. That patina tells collectors, I've lived through history and I'm still here. And the detail, the powerful Native American profile, the proud bison beneath, still shines with delicate strength, even in fine condition. The composition remains the same noble blend, 75% copper, 25% nickel. But what makes this coin extraordinary isn't its metal, it's its scarcity in this condition. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions that year, but so few survive with their features intact that collectors now treat each remaining piece like a relic of national heritage. Every curve, every tiny mark, every shadow on its surface seems to whisper the story of the 1920s, a time when America believed in itself again. And in that belief, they struck this symbol of strength and pride. Now picture this. A coin born in 1925 with no mint mark, no modern protection, surviving century after century. And today, when one surfaces in fine condition with that natural, beautiful brown tone, the world takes notice. Auction houses went silent as bids began to climb, past $10,000, $50,000, then $100,000. And then the hammer fell. The final price stunned even the experts. The current market value of the 1925 no mint mark Buffalo nickel in fine condition is a staggering $160,500. Yes, a simple 5-cent coin now commands 6 figures, a price worthy of royal treasure. And this is no exaggeration. These coins are commanding real power in today's market. And the truth is that the value keeps rising. Every year, collectors and investors are hunting these pieces harder than ever before. Don't take this as a story, take it as a signal. The 1925 Buffalo nickel's market value is climbing like a rocket, and there's no sign of it slowing down. Imagine this, a single coin, the size of your thumbnail, carrying the weight of history, emotion, and money all fused into one piece of metal. That's why collectors call it the sleeping giant of the Buffalo series. For those dreaming of finding one, here's my advice. Don't just look for shine, look for truth. Find those brown layered tones, those soft, aging marks, that natural wear that speaks of authenticity. Check for that missing mint mark. The absence of it is what makes it priceless. And if you ever find one, never underestimate what you are holding. Because what might look like an old nickel to most could be your entry ticket to a treasure vault. Coins like this are the reason numismatics is more than a hobby. It's an adventure, a hunt through time itself. And as prices climb, owning one of these is like holding lightning in your hand. Rare, powerful, unforgettable. Here on Rare US Coin Secrets, we uncover new mysteries every single day. Every episode brings fresh finds, shocking discoveries, and the truth behind the most valuable coins in America. So stay with me because our next Buffalo nickel takes rarity and value to a whole new level. If you thought a $160,500 nickel was the top, you're not ready for what's coming next. Because the next coin on our list will rewrite what you thought you knew about money, history, and treasure itself. Coin number 3. Now take a deep breath because the coin you're about to witness does not just belong to history, it defines it. It's older than nearly every skyscraper standing today. It's lived through a century of silence, mystery, and admiration. This is the 1926 Buffalo nickel, struck without a mint mark, yet glowing with an aura that collectors can feel before they even see it. You'll see a black shade overlaying its surface, a deep, natural toning that time has painted across the metal. Faint brown spots glimmer beneath it like stars through twilight, each one a fingerprint of history. This is not damage. This is beauty the kind only age and survival can create. Now, travel with me back to 1926, an America roaring in progress but trembling beneath uncertainty. Factories were alive, the stock market was blazing, and the mint in Philadelphia was quietly producing one of the most visually stunning nickels ever made. No mint mark, because it was born right there in the nation's capital of coinage, the heart of American money. But here's the twist. Most of the 1926 nickels were poorly struck that year. Weak details, worn surfaces, the die pressure just wasn't enough. Many were melted down, discarded, or worn smooth in everyday trade. That's why today, finding a 1926 no-mint mark Buffalo nickel in very fine condition is like stumbling upon a living ghost, a coin that simply wasn't supposed to survive. Its composition remains the classic mix of copper and nickel, but its soul is something else entirely. Each curve of the Native American's face, each line in the buffalo's fur, if they've survived the touch of time, you're looking at a miracle of minting. This specific example, with its black shade and brown spotted surface, has become a symbol of perfection through imperfection. Collectors adore that contrast, the deep patina, the natural elegance of age. Because while most coins lose beauty as they age, this one gains it. Its mysterious tones only amplify its depth, its rarity, its whisper of a story untold. Now imagine the hands that might have once held it. A young worker in 1926 earning his pay. A soldier, years later, tucking it away during the Great Depression. A family passing it through generations, unaware that the small coin in their drawer would one day be worth more than a life's savings. That's the kind of legacy this coin carries. And here's where the excitement truly ignites. In today's explosive collector's market, this piece in very fine condition with that striking natural coloration stands as one of the most wanted Buffalo nickels on earth. Because they know this coin is a door into another time, and once it is gone into a private collection, it may not return for decades. Recently, one of these exact coins, fine details, brown layered tone, black shade brilliance, shocked the numismatic community with its sale. The current market value stands at an incredible $158,000. Yes, $158,000 for a 5-cent coin that refuses to fade. But here's the best part. This value isn't a peak. It's a beginning. The market for pre-war Buffalo nickels is surging like never before. Experts say, hold these coins close. Their story isn't over yet. And it's true, the prices keep climbing. Each passing year adds more zeros to the legacy of coins like this. This is not a piece of metal. This is a testament to survival. It's proof that beauty grows stronger with time and rarity is born not just from minting, but from destiny. Look for the absence of a mint mark beneath the buffalo. Check the surface under good light. See if that mysterious black hue dances with soft brown flecks. That's how you know you're looking at something extraordinary. And if you find one, don't hesitate. Don't question. Protect it like treasure because that's exactly what it is. You're not holding a coin. You're holding a chapter of America itself, pressed in metal, aged in mystery, sealed in time. And remember, this is why Rare U.S. Coin Secrets exists. To reveal these hidden legends, these priceless pieces that still sleep in boxes and drawers across the country. Every day we uncover new treasures, new opportunities, and new truths that remind us how close fortune might actually be. So keep your eyes open, because the next coin on this list isn't just rare, it's legendary. The kind of coin that turns whispers into headlines and collectors into millionaires overnight. Stay tuned, because if you think $158,000 is the ceiling, the The next discovery will blow the roof off what you thought possible. Coin number 4. Every collector dreams of that moment. The moment your heart skips a beat when you realize the coin you are holding isn't just old, it is alive with history. And that's exactly what happens when you come face to face with the year 1934 with the D Buffalo nickel, a coin that carries the weight of America's struggle, hope, and rebirth all pressed into silver-tone perfection. The year was 1934, a time when America was rebuilding from the Great Depression. Factories roared back to life. The dollar began to breathe again. And deep within the Denver Mint, the presses clanged with renewed energy, striking the now iconic Buffalo nickel once more. But what rolled out that year wasn't just currency. It was resilience made tangible, an emblem of recovery, captured forever in metal. Now imagine holding one that's silver shade shimmering softly under light, the delicate brown spots whispering of its long journey through time. It's not just the appearance that captivates collectors. It's what those tones represent. Survival, endurance, and untouched authenticity. The 1934 with D mark beneath the buffalo's proud stance tells you it was born in Denver, the heart of the American West, where the air itself carries the echo of the frontier. And like its birthplace, this coin was made to last. Most of the 1934 with D nickels went into circulation during hard economic years, and that means only a small handful remain in fine condition today. Each surviving piece is a victory, a tiny warrior that escaped the grasp of time. The composition remains the same as its predecessors, and 75% copper and 25% nickel, but the surface of this coin is something truly magical. The silver shade gleams with quiet power, while those brown specks give it character. Proof that it has traveled nearly a century and still stands proudly against the odds. The Native American chief on the obverse is more than an image, it's a tribute to strength and heritage. The buffalo on the reverse stands as a monument to endurance, two symbols united in one piece of metal, echoing the American spirit during one of its hardest decades. But the deeper reason collectors chase this particular year, the 1934 with D, is its astonishing scarcity and fine condition. The dies used that year wore quickly, leaving many coins with weak details. Only a tiny number emerged, with crisp features and good preservation. So when one appears, it is like lightning striking the numismatic world. Auction rooms fall silent. Collectors lean in, and then the bidding begins. And every time the result is the same: disbelief, applause, and history being rewritten in real time. Because today, the year 1934, with the D Buffalo nickel in fine condition, with that silver glow and natural brown speckled patina, commands a jaw-dropping $105,000. It tells us the market for rare buffalo nickels is boiling hot, and this coin is right in the center of that storm. Experts agree its value is climbing with no sign of slowing. This coin doesn't just belong in a collection, it belongs in a vault, a museum, a legacy. Don't take this as hype, take it as reality. The 1934 with D is a living testament that time rewards rarity and beauty. In its price, it is not just holding steady, it is rising with fire. Collectors call it the comeback coin because, just like America in 1934, it returned from struggle stronger than ever. For those hunting one, my tip is simple. Check the tail of the buffalo for that tiny D mint mark. Look for a soft silver tone across the surface and those tiny brown freckles that prove natural aging. And most importantly, look for definition. If the features are crisp and the field's clean, you might be staring at a fortune disguised as a nickel. It's thrilling to think that a 5-cent coin could one day write your name into collecting history, but that's exactly what this coin represents, not just wealth, but legacy. And remember, at Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, we reveal the stories others overlook. Every day brings a new discovery, a new legend rising from forgotten drawers and dusty coin rolls across the country. So, before you blink, stay right here. Because the next coin on this list is going to take everything you have seen so far and turn it upside down. We're about to step into territory so rare, so unbelievable, that even seasoned collectors have called it a once-in-a-century phenomenon. You thought $105,000 was shocking? What's next will make that look ordinary. Coin number 5. Every once in a while, a coin appears that makes even the most seasoned collectors pause, not just to admire it, but to feel it. Because this next coin is more than metal. It's an echo from an America that was young, brave, and unstoppable. This is the 1917 Buffalo nickel, struck without a mint mark. A coin so rare, so captivating. It's become a symbol of timeless endurance and wealth beyond imagination. Let's travel back more than a century to the world of 1917. The First World War was raging overseas. The U.S. Mint was working under immense pressure, every machine clanging, every strike counted. Amidst the turmoil, the Philadelphia Mint pressed this masterpiece, the Buffalo nickel, carrying the bold profile of a Native American chief and the powerful stance of a buffalo. No mint mark meant it came from the heart of America, Philadelphia. But what sets this particular coin apart isn't just where it was born, it's how it survived. Because most of the 1917 nickels vanished under the weight of time. They were used, spent, and forgotten. But a handful, a sacred few, endured the wars, the recessions, and the rise of a modern world. And among them, one shines brighter than all, the 1917 no-mint mark Buffalo nickel with its silver shade and a mysterious green dot near the rim. That tiny green hue is not a flaw, it's nature's autograph. It's the sign of oxidation forming over pure history. It is proof that this coin is untouched, unpolished, and authentic. Every collector knows when you see that kind of natural tone, you're not looking at damage. You're looking at life, a coin that has breathed through generations. The composition is 75% copper, 25% nickel, but the heart of this piece is worth far more than its metal. Every detail of the design still whispers the story of its creation. The intricate braids in the Native American's hair, the noble calm of the buffalo, standing strong beneath the open sky. And the wear on its surface? It is not decay, it is character. Proof that this coin was not just made, it lived. Collectors know how difficult it is to find a 1917 Buffalo nickel in fine condition. Time was not kind to them. Many were ground down to smooth metal. But when one like this emerges, silver tone carrying that faint green mark of age, it ignites a storm in the collecting world. And that's exactly what happened recently. When this coin appeared in a private collector's sale, the bids started modestly. But then something extraordinary happened. The room grew silent, hearts raced, and offers began to climb. 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. And then with one final bid, the room erupted in applause. The current market value of this 1917 no-mint mark Buffalo nickel in fine condition now stands at a breathtaking $185,500. Let that sink in. A coin once worth 5 cents now commanding a six-figure price that feels more like a hidden treasure chest than currency. And it's not fantasy, it's fact. Because as time moves forward, the value of pieces like this continues to climb higher and higher. Don't take this as a story, take it as truth. This is living treasure. Why such explosive demand? Because the 1917 Buffalo nickel marks a turning point in U.S. minting history. It captures a nation's pride during a global storm. The artistry of Fraser, the dedication of the mint, and the enduring American spirit. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of the country's soul. The fine condition examples are vanishing. Most are locked away in vaults and museums, never to see daylight again. But every once in a while, one reappears like a message from the past, reminding us that true value never fades. So if you ever come across a 1917 Buffalo nickel with no mint mark, look closely. If you see that soft silver glow, the gentle wear on the chief's face, and a hint of that natural green toning, don't blink. Because you may be staring at one of the rarest opportunities of your lifetime. To collectors, this isn't luck, it's destiny. A symbol of patience rewarded and history preserved. And as experts predict, the price of this coin will only rise, perhaps doubling in the coming years as more collectors enter the chase. At Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, we bring you these incredible stories every single day. Stories that prove that fortune sometimes hides in plain sight. Coins like this remind us that America's past still holds treasures waiting to be rediscovered. So hold tight, because if you thought $185,500 was the peak, the next coin on our list will rewrite the rules. It's not just rare, it's mythic. The kind of coin that turns collectors into legends and legends into history itself. You've seen wealth. You've seen beauty. Now get ready to witness greatness. Coin number 6. Some coins whisper their story, but this one roars. The 1920 Buffalo nickel, with its mysterious black shade and powerful design, is one of those rare relics that makes even veteran collectors stop in awe. It's not just a coin, it's a black diamond from America's past, forged in a time when the world stood on the edge of change. Let's rewind to 1920. The First World War had ended. The nation was rebuilding, and industries were booming. and the mint was pushing to meet growing demand. But in the middle of all that, something remarkable happened. A batch of buffalo nickels was struck with unmatched precision, bearing a subtle mint mark that would later become a legend. Now, fast forward a century later, most 1920 nickels are long gone, worn smooth, lost to time, melted, or destroyed. But a handful survived. And among them, the black-shaded 1920 buffalo nickel stands above the rest. Its dark tone isn't paint, isn't dirt, it's patina, a chemical fingerprint of time itself. That deep black hue forms only when a coin has been preserved in just the right conditions, untouched, uncleaned, resting in silence for decades. It is what collectors dream of, finding a sign of purity and authenticity. Look closer at the details. The Native American chief still stares proudly ahead, his features strong and bold. The buffalo on the reverse side, still mighty, standing against the open plains, defying the centuries that tried to erase it. Every scratch, every mark, tells the story of a coin that has lived and endured. And when one like this, with its mint mark intact and its natural black toning, appears in very fine condition, it sends shockwaves through the numismatic world. In 2025's coin market, collectors went wild. At a high-profile private auction, a 1920 buffalo nickel, just like this one, changed hands for an unbelievable $173,000. Yes, $173,000 for a coin once worth a nickel. That's not inflation, that's immortality. Because this coin isn't valued by metal or weight or even beauty. It's valued by legacy. It represents the bridge between eras, between old America and the roaring modern age. Experts say the demand for early 1920s buffalo nickels has exploded, fueled by their artistic design, their scarcity, and the emotional pull they carry for collectors who want a piece of true American history. And this particular 1920, with its rich dark tone and mint mark, it's considered one of the crown jewels of the series. It's not just a collectible, it's a statement. Proof that even the smallest pieces of history can hold unimaginable value when preserved by time and passion. Imagine holding it, feeling its weight in your palm, knowing that a century of stories rests beneath that black gleam. This isn't just metal, it's the fingerprint of history. It's the American spirit sealed in nickel and copper, surviving wars, depressions, and generations. And now it stands before the world as one of the most valuable buffalo nickels ever known, worth more than a brand new luxury car for just one coin. So the next time you find an old buffalo nickel tucked away in a drawer, remember this. That little coin could be hiding a secret worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because in the world of rare coins, value isn't measured by size, it's measured by story. And the story of the 1920 buffalo nickel, it is one written in bold letters across history itself. And that, collectors, is the beauty of time. Because when passion meets patience, even a 5-cent piece can turn into a fortune. Subscribe for more rare coin discoveries.